What do we get? What do we?
So I can explain.
Please do.
As I know JGeorge is headed to the ring right now. This is a product of his mind. He's one of the most incredible minds in the history of film and in wrestling. Celsius, Live Fit in the clear match. Inspired by the recent Mountain Dew Pitch Black match.
Okay. Which was a fantastic match, by the way.
I didn't see it.
Fantastic.
I'll take your word for it.
Please don't.
So we see JGeorge here, and he's, I guess, procured a sponsor for this match, Celsius Live Fit in the...
As Max just mentioned, Kevin Kiley Jr., February 11th at NEW's Enough Said pay-per-view, his first televised match in 6 years. It wasn't a losing effort to EC3, but Kevin Kiley, also Kiley, back in the ring.
Yeah, and Kevin made some headlines with that match at NWA. A clip went viral. He went for a dive out of the ring, and frankly, he missed. It didn't end well for him. We'll see if his strategy changes today against JGeorge in the Celsius Live Fit in the clear match. As for what the Celsius Live Fit in the clear match is, this is JGeorge. I think we just have to watch it and interpret after rather than try to guess. This is his vision.
Never try to get into JGeorge's mind, because there's only one person that can really understand JGeorge, and it's JGeorge.
That's right. He's got a master's degree in film from NYU. Internationally traveled, wrestling's most brilliant mind and premier cinematic genius, he calls himself.
Now, Kevin Kiley Jr., there's being in shape, and then there's ring shape. And Kevin Kiley Jr. looks very good in shape, but then there's the ring shape. And when you talk about that video that went viral, it's been 6 years since he's been in a televised match. It's a lot of ring rust is going to come into play here.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, even just looking at his gear, it doesn't look like he has, traditional wrestling gear. He's in gear that maybe he's comfortable in, working out in, but wrestling is a completely different sport. I picked him a little bit, and he still moves great. He moves fast. He's a big guy for someone who hasn't wrestled in half a decade. So I have a lot of confidence in him, but JGeorge is the master of mind tricks. This is a real tough one to call and figure out what's going to happen.
But here, JGeorge, he's as well he is in the ring, and the mind games. This is where, sometimes he goes off on a tangent like these things, and he gets way too carried away, and it winds up being to his detriment sometimes and losing efforts.
Yeah, it seems like he wants a second take here. He didn't like the reaction from the crowd when he asked for their response to him and the tackle that he just hit in the ring here.
Nice switch there by Kiley Jr. And now JGeorge will push him off the ropes. Once again looking for a shoulder tackle, but now JGeorge needs a shoulder tackle of his own, as the second take is not as well as the first one. Looking for hip toss, nobody home, and then JGeorge meets a shoulder tackle of his own from before, and now meets a hip toss from Kiley Jr.
And JGeorge thinking take 3 here. He heads out to the floor with his crew. And is Kevin going to go for this dive?
No. But hey, was he going to go for it, or did the film crew kind of disrupt it? So,
jeez.
Big shot there.
Oh, no.
So that is not TG3 anymore.
No.
And then again, he's thrown off the apron. Ooh. But then from behind, hey, as we talked about the antics of JGeorge, I mentioned how it could be to his detriment. But then the stuff from behind the outside ring as a huge backstabber at both legs up, and Kiley Jr. kicking out. But the antics from the outside of the ring, always from the film crew, always have an impact in the ring.
No, this is the Celsius Live Fit in the clear match. Everything is happening in the clear, but the one thing that Kevin Kiley did not see was JGeorge coming from behind there.
That's a mouthful to get the full name of this match in.
Hey, if there's anything I'm used to, it's mouthfuls, pal.
You can ask MJF about that, right?
Well, JGeorge staying on Kiley.
Now leverage pin. He had both hands pinned down, but. And now the longer this match goes now, we talked about right in the beginning, he's back in the ring now, Kevin Kiley Jr., but the longer this match goes, you got to think it's favoring JGeorge because that ring shape coming into play.
Right, you talk about that, and ring shape includes cardio shape, strength training, but it also includes being able to take hits, being used to taking impact. He got hit in the back of the head, Kiley did. He's got kicked in the face now. A trained wrestler, a seasoned wrestler, one who's in practice. We got a cover here. A wrestler in another
Again,
cover.
Back to back, JGeorge smart there, just trying to keep him down. And good leverage pin there. He's not just kind of going with a cocky pin, both legs up, and he's leaning back on him, making it just as much harder to kick out.
Point being is, if you're a wrestler who's regularly competing in the ring, you're more used to taking impacts, taking hits in the back.
JGeorge still working Kiley Jr. right now. And it's tough enough right now. First match back, second match back in a while, one-on-one. It's basically a one-on-three because you got to deal with the two stooges on the outside right now. But now he's working his way back to his feet. And a side slam there. JGeorge down, both men down, center of the ring.
There's JGeorge taking an impact on the back of his head, a little payback there from Kiley. And we'll see if he can regain his composure. Oh, no.
Up and over and get caught up on the top rope. And here's an opening for Kiley Jr. right now. JGeorge right into a line. Down he goes. Make it two. Nobody home for the shot by JGeorge. Maybe a spine buster.
Oh.
That is exactly what we get. JGeorge covered Kiley for the win and a kick out.
JGeorge heading to the ring apron area underneath the ropes. Can't be pinned there. Smart move by JGeorge as he's in distress right now. Kevin Kiley, trying to cut the scene here.
Director, yep. He's got props too. He's also got props.
Oh, yes, this is the Celsius Live Fit in the clear match, and the referee didn't see that. That was not in the clear for the ref.
And then a face first, skull-crushing finale. A little bit of a Miz here and a kick out. Is that a little bit of irony right there? Something out of the Miz's playbook. A guy that was shadowing the Miz throughout most of his career in WWE. Nobody home there for JGeorge. Kick to the gut. Plants him. Down goes JGeorge. Huge win. Huge win. Got him. He got him.
Wow, huge win here. Kevin Kiley Jr. His second match here at Create a Pro. And he comes away with the victory over JGeorge and the Celsius Live Fit in the clear match. A couple of things didn't happen in the clear there. The referee missed that last cheap shot from JGeorge, but Kevin Kiley able to overcome that and pick up the win here. JGeorge is going to need a whole reshoot on this. He's not happy.